Hey, drop. Yeah, hey, drop.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Audible. I'm your gracious host, DJ Dice, man. We're back in with another episode of the Audible Daily Sports Breakdown by yours truly, trying to give you the latest and greatest from all realms of the sports world. Hope everybody has had a good day. I know I have. Looking forward to this weekend. Those that know. Um, yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of games going on this weekend, a lot of storylines to kind of cover. Then we're going to start off in the NBA, of course. This is, downtime for the NFL and MLB. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I ain't keeping up with it like I should be because I really don't get into it till like All-Star break. I mean, 162 games, man. That's a lot of stuff to be breaking down. A lot of stuff to be breaking down. But we will, around All-Star break, MLB season, we'll be talking about that. We will be talking about some UFC news that has kind of come across the wire last couple of days. We'll talk about it. Then, we'll get up out of here. I don't like to be here long. Tip offs at 9 o'clock, so I got to watch the Lake Show. That's why you see him up on the big screen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we're gonna start off with the news coming out of the NBA late this afternoon. Milwaukee has fired their head coach, Mike Budenholzer, after an early and unexpected. Let's put that in there. An early and unexpected first round exit against the Miami Heat during this offseason. Miami just hit him with the
Bye, Felicia.
I'm not surprised. If you watch some of the post game commentary after that Game 5 loss to Miami, especially coming from Giannis, wanting to question the coach's decision to not call timeout, the lack of execution down the stretch of that series, and eventually, it's how can I put this? It's not too many NBA coaches that stay in places for a long time. Eventually, a lot of times, what happens is the commentary gets stale, the message gets stale. It's very few coaches that are able to hang on in the NBA, success or not, whether they have success or not. I think the greatest example of that is Greg Popovich, who's coached through so many different eras and different styles of basketball, and he's able to maintain his job. Now, it doesn't help that he's team president, but still, yeah. But Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse working in Milwaukee. I don't know. I mean, it's been talking Nick Nurse. I've also heard some early reports that Nate McMillan may be in the running for the Milwaukee job. But let me give a shout out to the few, the proud, the many who have showed up. Gator Girl as always, Miss Murph. Yes. There's 9 o'clock tip off. So yeah, I ain't gonna be here too long because I gotta watch the Lake Show. Yeah, but Milwaukee just hit him with the bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Hit him with the bye, Felicia, and told him, it's a wrap. Like I said, you have a roster you can work with there. You do have Giannis, probably the best player in the NBA, or one of the best players, depending on who you ask. It's a lot to work with. You still have Drew Holiday. You got to make a decision on Chris Middleton. He's not a young dog anymore. Do I still think he can play at an all-star level? Yeah. But you got to make a decision on Chris Middleton, and you got to get some more creativity. Get some guys who can create their own shots. Not just Middleton. I mean, Holiday can get his. Giannis is Giannis, but you need guys that when those guys go to the bench, and I've been preaching about bench play and the others the entire postseason, and you see it come to fruition in a lot of these games. I think they need to really start looking at bringing some more talent in off of the bench, and maybe a new kind of coaching philosophy. Because Milwaukee, I like Milwaukee. I like the pieces that they have. I think even if they wanted to run it back with the squad they have, I think they would probably still be the favorite um, going into next season, even if they brought everybody back. But I think they need to get a different approach, man. This is a team you would think would be more of a interior / mid-rangey type team, but this team shoots a lot of 3-pointers, and too often and not that has shot them out of games. Now they've had games where they've gone off from deep. It's when you have Giannis, you have Brook Lopez, and not to say that Brook Lopez wants to be down on the block. That's not his thing. What's going on, Spot? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I knew Budenholzer went out a deep run, and then the way you kind of went out. It wasn't that you can't hang it on. Well, Giannis was hurt, and Giannis was hurt. And that was a big part of the storyline. But he got out coached. He got out coached the entire series. Miami was able to come back game after game after game, and it was just execution down the stretch. And as we transition, we talking about execution. Talk about last night's game, Boston with the beat down on Philadelphia. I was breaking down the footage, looking at it. I would say this: Embiid didn't look bad. Didn't look 100%, but didn't look bad. But I think the team would have been better served. Let Embiid sit for game 2 and let him, come back a little bit healthier for game 3. They looked okay in the first half, but it still looked disjointed. And I know, he hasn't missed that many games. He hasn't missed that much time, but it was like watching two different teams out there on the court. And I know Embiid draws attention, and it wasn't like he was just jacking up shots, but I think the offense flowed a lot more freely in game 1 than you saw in game 2. Like I said, Embiid didn't look bad. He looked somewhat healthy. He didn't look bad. Yeah, he looked hurt. You could tell he was a little sluggish. I mean, he didn't look terrible, but I think the team as a whole, it was like you would think Embiid had missed like 3 months and was coming back and asked to be the number 1 option. Like I said, they should have just, let him sit, bring him back game 3, try to steal another one in Boston because, I think the team that would have showed up for game 1, I think they might have stole game 2. I think they might have stole game 2. I think Boston kind of took advantage of his gimpiness on defense a couple times. And it's like I said, the offense just looked disjointed. You would think Embiid had been out for months, and dude has only missed a week and some change. He just looked sluggish as hell. I don't know. What is he going to look like for game 3? Because if he's looking the same way and Boston goes in there and takes game 3, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I've got to figure this out. And I'll get it one day. Let me drop this. Change over this. And of course, at some point in the middle of the night or probably early in the morning, I'll drop highlights from tonight's game. Of course, hopefully I can be doing a little bit of this a little bit later on tonight. Like I said, 9:00 tip off, Lakers, Warriors. I'm very excited. Speaking of Lakers, I don't know if anybody had a chance to kind of catch the Pat Bev show and some other reports that came out about Westbrook. These guys expect to get rings if the Lakers win. I mean, traditionally, I've seen guys get rings that are no longer with the team. But typically that's guys got hurt during the year and they didn't play, and then they move on to another team and get a ring because they was part of the team when the season started. I don't know how I would feel if I'm Pat Bev and Westbrook talking about I want a ring if the Lakers win a championship, because I mean, damn, it's like they won in spite of you. Like they got rid of you to get the pieces to push them over the hump so they could get a ring. How do you fix your mouth to say, I want a ring? I mean, do you really? I mean, Jesus, like as a competitor, like would I even want that kind of a ring? It's like a technicality ring. Like, how proud can you be of like the 15th man on the team? How proud can you be if you got more do not plays than points for the season? Like, how geek can you be about receiving a ring? And like, that's the kicker for me. It wasn't like you guys got hurt. You guys was garbage first part of the season. This part of the reason they got rid of you. They traded, got pieces, and now we're in a position to where we're competing for a championship. I think if we'd have kept Westbrook and Pat Bev, we probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. Probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. Gator Girl says Pat Bev's a chatty ass dude. I mean, I like Pat Bev. I mean, I was actually a little surprised when they got rid of him, but I get it. I'm not surprised they got rid of Russell. I like Russ, but just not. I don't think he fit with what we was trying to do in LA. But hey, them guys said they want a ring. If we win, I would love to see that happen. Just for the simple fact that means we win a championship and see how that looks if they get a ring or not. But that's just me. That is just me. But back to last night's game. I got kind of sidetracked there. Back to last night's game. Boston, went to the outside. Like I said, it was a weird game. It was a weird game, and I didn't like Philadelphia had no business being in the game in the first half, and it showed in the second half. They had no business being in that game. I was surprised, Embiid got out there. Like I said, he looked sluggish. I don't know if it's more of a conditioning thing. He missed a week, or he really, really nursing that knee injury. Is he really nursing that knee injury? But we'll see. Gator Girl said Russ said that in jest, and so did Pat. I mean, I like Russ. He doesn't fit. He didn't fit in LA, and I like him. I like his fit better with the Clippers coming off the bench. I think that's a better role for him. I don't think at this point in his career, and not that he can't still put up numbers in a starting role, but to be part of a winning formula for a team, I think Russ is better suited as a six man. I think that's a role he should embrace. And he started to embrace it the first part of this year with the Lakers. I think that's a role he should embrace. Hey, come in with the second unit, play with the others. You still, it's not even. I don't get the fascination with starting. Like Manu Ginobili didn't start, but he finished. And like Jamal Crawford, these guys, fell into that nuanced roles. The Vinnie Johnsons, the microwaves, Tony Kukoc. Being a six man is you're not quote unquote the starter, but you're getting starter like minutes. I mean, that's the point, right? You want to get on the court and play. You're still getting starter minutes. So, you may not get 40 a night, but you may get 33. I mean, deal with it. I mean, everybody can't start. I know it's an ego thing for a lot of guys, but a lot of guys can't start. Get a Girl says, Philly schizo. I knew after Georgia the blowout was coming. I was kind of where I was like, what is Boston doing? It's like they was playing with their food. That first half, and then second half just came out and really put it on them. Really put it on them. James Harden, or I guess he used up all his shots in game one. He didn't look comfortable out there on the floor. Maxey didn't necessarily look comfortable. It's just, I mean, when you have the MVP, when you were talking about the MVP in a big man, and your whole offense kind of revolves around him. Then you get a game where it's free flowing. It's guys are able to kind of get their shots of space. I think the spacing was a lot better in game one considered the game two. Like I said, Embiid didn't look bad. He just didn't look ready. I should have saved him for game 3. If you were going to play him, save from game 3. No point of putting him out there for what? What, the guy hasn't missed 2 months. He's missed a week. Is his conditioning go down that bad after a week of not playing? I mean, that says a lot if he can, load management. Jesus Christ. But what else is going on in the sporting world? We'll kind of get into a preview of tonight's game, of course. 9:00. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and the crew. Game number two. I am looking forward to it. I think we're going to go out. And when I say we, of course, I'm a Lakers fan. We're going to go out with the same approach that we had at game 1. Pound them boys on the inside, attack. I think we're going to see a different kind of an offensive game plan from Golden State. I still think they're going to shoot a lot, but I think they're going to put put the ball in Steph Curry's hands and allow him to really create. I mean, it's easier to guard Steph when you're denying him the ball than it is when he has the ball. I think Steph is going to have to take more, especially for this series, for them to be successful against the Lakers defense. He's going to have to take more of a ball handling role, not necessarily setting up other guys, but having the ball in his hands and making the defense work that much harder because, he struggled, by Steph's standards. He struggled in game 1 due to the defense they was playing on him, really denying him the ball, making him work too hard to really get the ball. I don't think Golden State's going to come out with the mindset of we're just going to jack up jumpers and 3-pointers all night. I expect for them to attack the paint, do a little more dribble penetration this game, kind of loosen up the Lakers defense. But we'll see. It's like I said, at 9:00 tip off. I am so excited because especially Gator Girl. If we win, I'm coming back on here, talking greasy. I am talking greasy. I may do a show earlier tomorrow, considering the fact I got some other stuff going on. But I may come do the show a little bit earlier tomorrow, maybe like a 7:30ish, maybe. But I'll let y'all know. Thumbnail will go up, send out the back signal and all that good stuff. Gator Girl says, can the Lakers hold the lead? They get it again. I would hope so. I would hope so. That 14-0 fourth quarter run they had against us. We wasn't executing, got sloppy defensively. Golden State is one of them teams. They can put up points in a hurry. They got the shooters with the track records to do it. Can we get a lead and can we maintain it? That's always the key when you're talking about a Golden State team. That time works better for me. I'm just saying, hey, 7:30. It may be 7:30 tomorrow, Miss Murphy. It may be 7:30 tomorrow. Matter of fact, let me look at because I got some other stuff going on. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Because the NBA, we jacked up with like these 7:30 start times on Friday games. Let me look. Yep, 7:30 tomorrow. Boston, Philly, Denver, Phoenix. So yeah. Let me do a 7:30 tomorrow. Yeah. That gave me enough time to do what I gotta do what I gotta do. And before I kind of close out tonight's show, like I said, I ain't gonna be up here too long because I want to get nice and settled in for tonight's game. It's the only game. NBA schedulers, come on, man. What are you guys doing? Is it every other night, one team? What is going on? It seems like Denver and Phoenix hasn't played about 3 or 4 days. That's what it seems like. But hey, I got to take it how it comes. But I want to end off with a little UFC news. I don't know how many of y'all out there really kind of keep up with UFC. John Jones has talked about his next fight kind of being his last fight. He's due to fight in what's his first? I can't say his first name. Mipe Stiopich, former UFC heavyweight champion. He's due to fight him this coming November, and he's pretty much said, "Hey, if he's not fighting the Francis Ngannou, he's pretty much hanging it up." And I don't blame Jones. Jones is the greatest UFC fighter of all time, regardless of weight class, regardless of how you feel about the man outside of the octagon, the greatest to do it. Literally the greatest fighter I have ever seen in my lifetime. And I've enjoyed, his evolution as a fighter. I remember watching him when he first came onto the scene, more of a wrestler type. The striking wasn't at the elite level yet, but he was getting by with a lot of elite wrestling. And as his game evolved, the submission game evolved, the striking game, the angles he was being able to take, it was beautiful um, to watch. Now, it wasn't always exciting. I will say that much. It wasn't always exciting, but kind of like Khabib was for his division, it didn't have to be exciting. It had to be effective. But John Jones, hands down, is the greatest UFC fighter of all time. And I'll be kind of sad to see him go, but I've been kind of getting used to it. He hasn't fought much over the past couple of years, but his first round demolition of Cyril Gagne was to be expected. I expect him to do much of the same to Stiopich. Now Stiopich, is a former champion, trying to get back on top. He is to be respected. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park, but I do think John Jones comes out on top. Miss VS, how you doing? Miss VS, did you have an answer for my message? I would love, let me kind of do a timeout, because hell, it's just us here. What I was planning trying to do, I wanted to do a interview, not a long one, but a interview about your creative process for the Build series, because it's questions I have that I think other people will probably want to know, and stuff that I can add to my own repertoire, because you do fantastic with your stuff. You do a very fantastic job. And it's always surprising. Well, at this point it's not, but it's always a shock to me, like when I walk into your chat room and there's 200-300 people in there, easy, on a Thursday. So I would like to get together with you, possibly Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what tea time is for you, but I would just like to do a short interview and kind of like pick your brain, and maybe that can help somebody. I know it'll help me more than anything else. So, oh, you did respond back. I'll check. I trying to juggle all these accounts and stuff. Ugh. A lot of work. But yeah, let me kind of get up out of here, man, because I want to be locked in for tonight's game. And Gator Girl, I tell you what, the offer still stands. If we lose tonight, next show you get to come up and say whatever you want to say. But I'm gonna give you only 5 minutes this time, because you failed in game one. I think you're gonna fail in game two. But I'll give you 5 minutes to say whatever you want to say about the great LeBron James in my Lakers team, and make sure and make sure the Wolves are all nice. Okay. What I do, Miss VS, what this let me know what day and time kind of works for you. I don't know what time zone you're in. I'm kind of free this weekend as far as doing shows. So whatever kind of works for you, we'll kind of we'll kind of get it together. You just need 1 minute. Okay. I'm gonna remember that, because I'll be back live. Probably push up the show to about 7:30 tomorrow, because I just kind of want to just chill out, get an early start to the weekend, start working on some new material. So be on the lookout later on this night. Tonight I'll probably be, not probably, more than likely be dropping the shorts for the quick snapshot. Then I'll be dropping the full highlights. It'll probably come out sometime in the morning. But yeah, we'll kind of get together and do that. But still don't have an outro. Still working on it, Miss Murph. I'm still working on it. I just can't think of nothing that's catchy, but I don't want it to sound corny at the same time. So I'm still working on it. But yeah, Miss VS, I'll be in touch with you. I'll make sure to respond back. And like I said, I wanted to just do a quick show, nothing too long. And it's kind of like pick your brain for creative purposes. Because you are one of the people that inspired me to actually start a channel after coming into your chat room one time. So I just want to share that knowledge and share that wisdom that you have learned throughout your process with other people that are willing to listen. Hey, we're building. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, Miss. Yeah, Miss Murphy. I'll probably be doing it about 7:30 because other stuff goes on Friday. I'm not doing a show tomorrow. Over there. Slam the second anniversary. So the night is his. Spotlight is his. He's got some stuff in the works for y'all. I will say that. So let me kind of get up out of here, man. I'm talking too much. Let me get my little video ready. It has been a pleasure. Hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Hope you have a good weekend. If I don't see you again or hear from you again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff they say on YouTube. And go Lakers, go Lakers, go Lakers. Gator Girl, you will be converted before the series is over. You will be converted. You will be a witness before the series is over. Y'all have a good night, and I'm out.